Hello everybody, it is Marty McConnell, the Off-Grid Gecko, and today I am going to get some wood. So I've been thinking about slapping some clap siding on the house for a long while actually. Just been saving up a little money here and scrounging a little there, and I've got the money together, sort of. I'm still not easy about spending so much money, but clap siding seems to be the way to go, and I can get the wood for 65 cents a board foot, which pretty sweet deal, from the local sawmill. Went down there and talked to them a minute ago. I got a day off today, and they have it in stock. It's all on big pallets and it's ready to go, and they're just like, unless you want it plain, dude, saw cut's fine with me. I don't give a crap as long as there's something to keep the house paper on and keep the cats from destroying it. That's the main thing, and then later I'll paint it or whatever once it's all up. I don't have enough attaching hardware to put it all up today anyways, but maybe I can get the corners and some of the seams around the windows and stuff like that taken care of. That way I have enough at least to get started, and then find some kind of nails or screws that'll work. So the wall is 2x4 studs, and then on the outside is some kind of OSB, and it's, I believe, 1/2 inch. I think it was really heavy when I put it up, but I don't think it was quite heavy enough to be 3/4 inch. So probably 1/2 inch OSB. So I need something to stick a 1-inch board, 1-inch pine board into 1/2 inch OSB. It's going to be a little tricky because I'm putting them vertical. I'm not doing the horizontal thing. No, it's not for me. Actually, I may do. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that, because I really don't want to do like stack siding. It's so thick, you know. You're talking a real 1x, so 1 inch thick. And that's the smallest they saw them, but it's also cheaper than going and getting 1/2 inch boards from the lumber store. Yeah, I pretty much came to the conclusion on vertical slats before. But anyways, I gotta go pick it up and purchase it before I lose my nerve, and I decide to put it off for another 3 years. So I need a trailer for that. My trailer's half loaded with wood, and it's sitting in the woods right now. So I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna unload all that firewood, stack it, and then haul butt down to the sawmill before those guys leave for the day, and see if they can hook me up. Because if I can get it done today, then boom, weekend project is underway and ready to go. So get on that. Let's get it. I usually like it a little less full than this before I move it, but what can you do? What would you do? What would you do for a Klondike bar? Would you cut a man's throat? We'll pull forward a little and that should just slam down on there. There we go. I smashed my finger at work, so I got one limited mobility today. Alrighty, so there's the logs, there's the log piles, there's the house. Get these heavy monsters off and put them over here without mashing my finger. Should really be putting these on my left hand, but that would have hurt a lot. Whew, alrighty, well that was no small amount of work. Took about an hour, about what I thought it was going to take. Now we got little pieces of bark. It's not going to be good for the boards on the bottom, but there's really no point in cleaning this off, so I'm going to go get the boards. I'm going to have to cover this up with a tarp before that rain gets here, but I don't see any clouds yet. Yeah, time to go get the wood. chains up so that I can haul this down the road, and then we're going to get on with it. Let's get it on. All right, Zig. So that's about half of it. A little more than half. So they sat this bundle on there, and my tires just went squish. You might be able to see it down there. They're a little squishy. So he's like, I don't think you're gonna get 200 of them on there, but you might want to come back for the rest. So filled out my little order ticket, brought these back, and those guys are getting ready to haul ass because it's time for them to knock off work for the weekend, and they ain't gonna hold up on account of me. And then apparently they don't take credit cards, so we had to work out a payment plan. I'm gonna call the bank and tell them that I'm about to withdraw a whole bunch of money, and then I'll go down there and pay them in cash next week. I probably won't be able to get back down there for another week till maybe Friday. After I get the bees set up, I can maybe duck down there for a minute, get the rest of the load, and get them paid. But in the meantime, I'm also going to have to find some fasteners to attach this to that. And I kind of want to get started, so there might be a mix of fasteners. You know, it might be one type over here and a different type over here. I think I'm just going to burn up most of the screws that I got. I know pretty much where most of the studs are, so I'll use the longer screws there. And I know where most of the electronic stuff is and the wiring is running to, so I can kind of navigate around it a little bit. But yeah, thinking about just punching sinker nails in there. It's just got to hold on a freaking pine board, and it's not like it's got to be Hercules grip, and maybe a cat attached to the pine board at some point. But should be straight. We should be squaw. I'm gonna have to trim around the windows. For that, I'm thinking about just knocking one of these in half with the table saw, and then make some trimming, and then just repeat that process as needed. So to do all the windows and the front door, trim them up, probably only take like 3 pieces at most, maybe 4. Not a big deal. And we got this bloody storm blowing in, so there's that. So I don't know if I'll do anything on this part, but it's basically just slap it up vertical, pin it down against the house, and then just proceed around. And then when I get all done, I'll get the circular saw out and snap a little chalk line across the bottom or something, and just buzz it all at once. Make that part easy, because these are cut directly out of a tree, you know, at the sawmill. They make allotments and they want to call it 8 feet, and so it's 8 feet and maybe a couple inches. So the bottoms are all going to be jagged and out of sync a little bit, but no big worry. That's a cosmetic thing, and it can be cleaned up with a circular saw in like 10 minutes. So if I do it at the end, if I try and do that crap for every board and try to get everything perfect and snugged up, Marty doesn't play that, so screw that crap. Anyways, that was a nice little adventure. It was fun lugging this up that hill over there. I think my truck actually handled it pretty well. I was trying to snap a picture and hold my arm out where I could, but since my finger's not working, that didn't work out real well for me, and I figured I would drop the phone before I got to any kind of picture, and the one I did get turned out horrible, so I'll be posting that. But sawmill. Yes, because we're going to probably put some kind of stain on this or cover it with something eventually. At the same time, I want it to be able to air out. I want it to be sort of porous, so it can get wet, but it can dry back out instead of just trapping water behind it. Probably just going to slap it up green and see how it handles it, and then I can use caulk or whatever for any cracks that form. I'm not really concerned about it. It doesn't have to be a house that lasts for 1,000 years. It's just got to last me for a while. So pretty sure that'll take care of that, and will prevent the house paper from lifting off from all the cats climbing on it. So that'll be good. So I'm gonna get started on some of that, maybe, and then I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. I'll keep you posted as I start getting this stuff put up.
Oh shit.